Chase, how's it going, man? Here's a video of your swing. Let's see if you can see what's going on. Good step and elbow in front of the hands. Alright, we'll slow it down just so we can kind of see it a little bit better. Pretty dramatic, so I'm going to make this video real short and I'm going to add on to it some videos for you to watch. Okay, but real quick, look at this lever that Alex Rodriguez has because his hands are in front of his elbow. That lever's like a fulcrum. Yours just doesn't exist, or it exists, backwards, and so you're not able to use the power from your body to get leveraged into this angle. So Alex Rodriguez is able to use the power from his body, where 2/3 of your power comes from your body. He's able to use that power from his body to get leveraged into the bat, and you have no leverage. You're just letting it drag behind and pulling through. Sorry to be so negative. Super athletic. We switch this one thing, you'll be crushing every time up to the plate.
Okay, this is going to be another top hand isolation drill. This is the top hand punch drill, but we're going to have a bat in our hand this time instead of last time when we were just using our fist. So what we're going to do is we're going to choke up a little bit on this bat. I usually like to choke up about 1/3 of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that bat up against the neck. Okay, we want to press it in there. When we press that bat against the neck, what it does is it creates tension in this wrist to get rid of any kind of casting move that might come on, or a bat drag move. Okay, so we're going to isolate. So with your top hand only, your bottom hand you can just rest down to your side. We're going to set the punching bag up a little bit in front of my body, not too far. Okay, and you have to be kind of close to it because we're choking up on the bat so much. So I'm only about maybe 12 inches, 15 inches away from the bag. I'm going to put the bat on my neck. I'm going to press it there, and then I'm just going to isolate that top hand punching through to the ball. Okay, so if I do that in slow motion, make sure that the back elbow trails the knob. We don't want to see this. You can notice as my elbow drops, the bat slides off. Keep it right there against the neck, and then you're going to push with your top hand, push your palm forward, and then stick it on the bag. Now notice how I am extended here. Not only am I extended, but the barrel's facing right field. That's how it should finish with this drill. I don't want to be all tied up here. As we come through, our arm's going to be bent. I'm going to hit the ball, and then I want to make sure I extend through. Legs really aren't in this. This is an upper body isolation move, so no need to stride or anything like that. All we're going to do, again, neck, make sure the palm is facing where the ball would be. Okay? I don't want the palm facing back here, the top hand palm, and I definitely don't want the top hand palm facing up. Okay? So we're going to put it against the neck. These knuckles are going to be going forward. Again, back elbow can be up, even with the shoulder, it can be down a little bit, but the key is the elbow has to be behind the hand, okay? Very, very important, elbow behind the hand. I don't want to start here like this. I want the elbow behind the hand and then press it on the neck and hit the bag, okay? And then we go a little harder. And you can see I'm not spinning my chest. I'm not spinning my chest. I'm just thinking about this whole right side here. Neck, back elbow, going forward, and then stick it on the bag. Okay, now we're going to do another top hand drill. This time we're going to use the swing away with it. You can use the swing away or you can use a tee. Even if you do use a tee, you don't even have to use a ball, something where you can just kind of find that impact position with the top hand, okay? So what we're going to do, again, we're going to choke up about a third of the way to the bat, up the bat. We're not going to use our feet, okay? So we're going to sink our feet into concrete, make sure we don't use them. Notice where I have the ball set up, kind of off the inside of my front foot. That's usually a pretty good spot there. You want to make sure it's not too far out in front, because we are using not only a shorter bat, but we're doing just a top hand drill. Most people, when they do a top hand drill, it kills them. I remember when I was playing and I would do a top hand drill, it was almost like I was playing tennis, and it was causing more problems. I would drop the elbow underneath, the barrel would drop down here, and then we'd come back up and hit it, and that didn't do anybody any good. So the reason we're doing this top hand drill is because there must be an issue with bat drag. Okay, again, bat drag is when the elbow gets in front of the hands, the back shoulder dips underneath, the barrel drops too quickly below the hands, or we collapse our backside. So that's why we're doing this drill. This drill is going to keep our back shoulder up more. It's going to keep our front shoulder down more. It's going to get rid of any kind of casting or bat drag. So again, ball set up at my front foot. I'm roughly 2.5 feet from the ball. Feel it out with your players. I'm pretty tall. I'm 6'5". So younger players are going to have to be a little closer because their arms are shorter and so is their bat. Okay, so we're going to put it up against the neck. We're going to make sure our elbow is behind our hands. Your front hand you can put anywhere, front, back, or just let it dangle. And the key here is don't spin the shoulders and pull the head. Keep that head perfectly still, like I'm holding your head in place, and you just have to pull your hands around your head that's not moving. If your head stays still, what will happen is your spine will stay still and you'll be able to rotate correctly. You never want to be rotating as your head's moving all over the place. So again, choke up, bat against the neck, back elbow up a little bit, and we're just going to go through to contact here and hit it. Notice how I hit the ball and I didn't roll my wrists. Okay, I don't want players loading, the bat will fly off the shoulder, and then they'll hit and roll their wrist. That is not what we're looking for here. Very stationary, very controlled. Bat's going to be against the neck, head's going to be still. Try not to lock the nose on the ball. I always tell players to point their nose about 10 feet in front of home plate and then look at the ball with just their eyes. Okay, so nose out in front, eyes on the ball, back elbow up, and push through. Okay, and in slow motion, I want the bat to slide on the neck, contact, and go. And the reason is that way my barrel's not going to get back here. The longer that bat stays against the neck here, the longer my barrel will stay up. If you have a player that pops everything up to the right side, fouls balls straight back, that's kind of the reason they're losing this connection here. Now, this isn't your new stance with the bat against your neck, but as we're doing these drills and trying to get better and fix our problems, that's where I want it. Okay, so bat against the neck, little flex in the knees. My feet are fairly square, okay? I don't want duck feet. If they're pigeon-toed a little bit, that's okay to make sure we're not going to spin and rotate. And then keep the front shoulder down, back elbow up, contact, no full swings here. Just going to contact and pushing through. Okay, that's a great drill. Make sure you get your reps in. All right, now we're going to do a two-hand punch drill with the bat against our neck. Okay, again, these drills are all to get rid of bat drag and casting, okay, two of the biggest issues that we face. So we're going to want you to put the bat tight up against your neck. If you look a little closer, you can see it's really pressed there. I don't want it to fly off this way and open up that top hand and create casting. So we're going to put that thing right against the neck, bat against the neck. I'm not going to use my legs here, okay? So no stride, no rhythm here. This is an upper body isolation drill. I'm going to be a little bit further away from the plate now that I'm not choking up. I'm using two hands. I'm probably 18, 20 inches away from the bag. I have the front of the bag set up right off of my front foot. And again, we're going to go here. I don't want to see spinning and hitting, okay? We don't want to see that move. In slow motion, if I keep it on the neck, slice, we're using the hands, and then sticking it on the bag. Again, don't worry about the feet, don't worry about the knees, anything like that. It's going to be neck, stick. Now, as you're doing this, you can film it and put it in the analyzer to make sure you're doing it right. But as a parent or coach, what you want to look for is right here. Make sure you're not seeing separation between the bat and the neck, and then a turn. You want to make sure they're turning together. Okay, so again, elbow could be up as high as the shoulder or slightly below. The key is elbow behind the knob of the bat, bat against the neck. Do not load and swing with this drill. I want you to be standing still. There's no load. We're just isolating the hands here. And then you're going to pull your hands out in front and hit it. So it's neck, hands. Don't spin the shoulders. I want you to pull the hands and let the shoulders go with them. Okay, I've never seen anybody do this before. Okay, so go ahead and let the hands lead here, and the shoulders will open automatically. When you're done, your chest should be facing, I'm right-handed, towards the opposite field, towards right center, and your bat should be also facing right center. Notice how I am extending through the ball. Important to understand, contact is made with your elbows a little bit bent. This isn't contact. The bag is representing after contact, after we hit through the ball. Okay, so recapping one more time, make sure our grip's good, bat pressed against the neck, hands in front of the back elbow, no legs, no feet, no load. From right here, it's almost like you've pulled back the bow and arrow and you're waiting. We're already waiting here, and then all we're going to do is pull the hands forward in front of our face and stick it on the bag. Notice my hands finish, probably about right at the bottom of my sternum. Okay, I'm not too worried about where they finish, but I want to make sure they're not way up here, and then I want to make sure they don't chop and end up down here. So you're just pulling your hands straight out in front and hitting the inside of your impact bag.